Imagine renting out your home on Airbnb, only to discover that the person you welcomed into your space is hiding a dark secret, one that could cost you your life. James had been the perfect guest at first. He was polite, professional, and seemed like the kind of person who would leave a glowing review. When he checked into my Airbnb for a 2-week business trip, everything seemed normal. I didn't think twice about it. After all, my home was in a safe neighborhood, and I'd hosted guests for months with no issues. But as time went on, I started noticing things. His behavior was too methodical, like a well-rehearsed routine. He arrived exactly at 8 p.m. every evening, never earlier, never later. He'd leave for work, come back, and retreat into his room without saying a word. It was as if he had no life outside of that room. One evening, I saw him staring out the window watching the street below. It wasn't normal. There was something in the way he looked, like he was waiting. My gut told me something was wrong, but I pushed it aside. It wasn't until I received a message from a neighbor that the horror began to unfold. My neighbor Sarah had seen James leave the house late one night. She described him carrying a large bag, one that looked far too heavy for the items it should have held. It was the kind of bag someone might use to hide something, or someone. My blood ran cold as I replayed the image in my mind. The following morning, I found blood on the kitchen floor near the trash. It wasn't much, just a small smear, but it was enough to make my heart skip a beat. I cleaned it up, trying to reason it away, but deep down, I knew something was off. The air in the house felt thick, suffocating, like it was holding its breath. That night, the fear gripped me fully. I knocked on James's door to check in, but there was no answer. I tried again, but this time the door was locked. I felt something cold creep up my spine, and I hesitated. My heart pounded in my chest as I tried the handle one last time. I called the police, feeling a growing sense of dread, but before they arrived, I heard the door slam shut with a loud bang. My heart skipped. I had to get out. I rushed to the back of the house, but the only escape was blocked by the sound of shuffling feet. The police arrived moments later, but they found more than just disturbing art in James's room. In the crawl space under the floorboards, they discovered the body of another guest who had stayed months before. The truth hit like a freight train. James wasn't just a guest. He was a serial killer using the guise of Airbnb to find his victims. As I tried to move past the terror of renting to a killer, little did I know, there were far darker places awaiting the next unsuspecting Airbnb guests. Places where the walls themselves hold dark, vengeful spirits. But what happens when the house itself is the monster? When a grand mansion hides secrets so dark that it literally drives its tenants insane? The mansion in the Italian countryside looked perfect for our weekend getaway. The listing was too good to resist. A grand historical villa with marble floors, towering columns, and sprawling gardens. It seemed like something out of a movie. When we arrived, the air was thick with anticipation. The house was just as it appeared in the pictures, beautiful but somehow too perfect. The first night was when it started. Whispers. At first, they were faint, just barely audible. But they grew louder, more insistent, and we realized the house was calling to us. Each of us began hearing different voices, murmuring in strange languages, pleading for help, or warning us to leave. That's when Emily started acting differently. Her eyes glazed over, her voice distorted. She spoke in a foreign accent, something none of us recognized. It was as if she was no longer herself. Her movements became jerky, and she would sit in one place for hours, staring blankly ahead. I knew we had to leave, but the house wouldn't let us. The windows were sealed, and the doors refused to open. Every corner of the house seemed to be alive, shifting, pulling us deeper into its grasp. Emily wasn't the same anymore. She was lost to the house, her body a puppet for the spirits that had once lived here. We searched for answers and found old journals hidden in the walls, describing dark rituals performed by the mansion's original owners. They had bound the souls of those they sacrificed to the house, and now their spirits were trapped, feeding on the living. The only way to break the curse was to offer a sacrifice. But who would it be? The spirits needed one more life to set them free. I realized too late that the sacrifice would be mine. I performed the ritual the journals described, and as the last candle flickered out, the mansion screamed in agony. As I walked away from the mansion, the memories of what I had just witnessed stayed with me, clinging to my every step. The whispers, the chilling air, the spirits finally set free. But what about the house itself? Some places are more than just buildings. They're living things, feeding off our fears, waiting for the next soul to cross their threshold. The darkness inside those walls, it doesn't just disappear, it lingers, and the house is still out there. I can't help but wonder, what happened to the spirits once they were freed? Did they move on, or are they still trapped in some other forgotten corner of the world, waiting for their next victim? What do you think? Do these haunted places ever really let go of their victims? Or do they come back more powerful than before? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Also, let us know where you're watching from. Do you have any haunted places in your area? Share your creepy stories with us. And if you want more chilling stories like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss out on the next terrifying tale. We've got plenty more where this came from.